Wisebot. Welcome to my channel. Wisebot said. Heavy checkmark live online under the category Baldur's Gate 3, the uptime begins. One QRXKJ. Welcome to my channel. One QRXKJ said. Hello. Cena _of_ Crags said. Hi.
And again, Hetty, y'all. I was just kind of surprised because it actually did announce me in the Discord channel that I was invited to, so that was really cool. Welcome to my stream. Sorry I missed you last night. Got a lot going on. I'm going to be moving in the next 3 to 4 months to a different living space where I can hopefully put up fluorescent lights, and then we won't have this dark stuff around my camera, which is very annoying to me. So tonight I was too lazy to change the description. So we'll play our neutral good Priest of Lathander, and we'll get back to our chaotic evil Priestess of Talos next week. So I do play with the controller. If you don't, I would encourage you to do so. So let's get this over here. Looks very different. There are some mods enabled, primarily the multi-party thing. The concern I have about this, actually, and I'm going to go ahead and check this. We got this on a single save, and it's just wiping my butt across the floor. I didn't change the difficulty. All I did was put on the single save. But of course, I can play with this thing like I have a single save without having a single save. Hi, Losha. So let's go here, see what's going on. See, but this is not what it's doing. This is really not what it's doing. It's doing some really nasty stuff. We're getting our butts wiped. Anyone see how to? I don't see how to. Once you've turned it on, you're screwed. Tip to you, okay? And I know a lot of people are power gamers and they're looking for the hardest, experience that they can get, and I've got to remember how to navigate my way around. I play too many games. Gale, my darling. So, here's our clue that we did finish. He has the book. The book. So since they're good, he does not want to actually use the book. One thing about playing an evil character, by the way, in these types of hero games is you miss out on a lot of quests. You really do. The hard thing I have with the server that I'm in, by the way, is the people in my server are on in what is the middle of the night for me, and it makes it really, really rough. So we killed Vampy, obviously, staked him, because my priest is a priest of Lathander. His god would not allow him to covert with vampires or any kind of undead. So, we just really did have the worst luck with our rolls with our priests of Lathander. So, as soon as I get affiliated, y'all will be able to play with me, or help me make decisions. So please get yourself, your friends, your family, come sit in my stream. I'm not that far away from being affiliated. Purdy, please. Oh, a Helm of Haste. What is she wearing now? Nothing. The helm throbs when violence is near, filling the wearer with a compulsion to act. I think she can live with that. So, food is always welcome. Don't forget you do have to eat in this game to rest. Why is Shadowheart with us? Anyone? What? Shadowheart was never with us. We left her at camp. Does anyone remember why I have Shadow? Maybe it's cut. Oh, we were getting our butts kicked. Yeah, let's just leave it that way then.
Your sour face is tiring, Shadowheart. By all means leave if I am so distasteful.
I'd rather not turn my back on you, if it's all the same.
We haven't done this yet?
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Well, he's going to be more inclined to handle this peacefully, if possible.
Look what we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly.
Oh.
Stop this thing! Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you. Hope you got a stomach for ice. What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Okay, so let me rephrase that. Oh, release the gnome at once.
You want this little cave lurking what's it? Find your own. He's ours!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
This priest is not inclined to use that, though. Okay, all of you lot against one deep gnome. You should find a better target. Let's try that. I don't really like playing good characters, and this is why. Wow, 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 wow. Ooh, we're on a roll. So, there we go.
I reckon we could do better than this run, eh? We're leaving.
What about the gnome? Ain't we supposed to bring him to...
I said we're leaving! There's plenty of sport and rich pickings out there for us. Move it! Fresh meats.
Okay, cool.
Meats. Yes.
Given the fact that we're just getting our butts kicked left and right, it behooves us. Another one? Wow, he really got around, didn't he? It behooves us to settle matters without conflict if possible.
Cut me loose!
Just a second, let me do something. Okay, so. Yeah, we're not gonna. Ah, shice. Okay, I thought that was gonna register that as my answer because I was trying to get my controller back.
Bag of Camara. There's pustulant thugs.
Our
Well,
Priestess of Talos left it
Get on
there.
with it.
Get on with
You
what?
saved me. Now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes?
No. You owe me nothing. I'd rather know how you got
My own
caught.
fault, really.
I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can
Especially
find it.
since this pack has nothing
The
good
only
in
reason
it.
those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
You're a little far from home for a
Ignorance
deep
is
gnome,
alive
aren't you?
and well, it seems.
Don't be a
Deep
dick.
gnomes
It's okay to
aren't
have one.
restricted to
Don't
the
be one.
Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home.
Well, hold it
I
still.
found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found.
He has pretty eyes.
But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
It's pithy. I like it. Will is inspired. Woohoo! That sheet moved, didn't it? Feeling the sheet moved. So our priestess was disinclined to help the, well,
Divine
short
Demon
ship,
Dragon.
let's be honest.
Welcome to my channel.
Hi, welcome. Ah. Ugh. Thank you. Ugh. All for naught. Speedy light feet. Hi, Losha. Athletics +1. They gain +3 lightning. Ooh, it's a sparky speedy light feet. Oops. What? Do you really not want it? Yes, I do. See, he's got nothing of value. Why would you not just drop that and beat feet? Just makes no sense. You can have whatever's unless what's in the chest was
What
also
if
his.
this crash doesn't work out, Lae'zel? What if your kin fail you?
Then
If
they
I
will
can
have failed
reach
us.
that much, my kin will provide. Any failure will be mine alone.
If you say so.
Fine,
Just
stick
don't
out.
expect
Okay.
me to put all my eggs in the same basket.
That expression must sound curious for Githyanki here, given the way they're birthed.
It's actually an excellent point. So why aren't you wearing any gauntlets? You have 2 of them. So Rage and Fleet Fingers. Eh? Okay, no wonder. Nothing that he really wants to wear.
Shadowheart's attention is fixed on a damaged old statue.
Saloon though, isn't it?
We should keep moving. Nothing. The trick of the light.
Trick of the light. Come on.
I'll take you as I find you. Now let the matter rest. Let's just move along. Time's a rare currency for both of us.
Wench. Okay. I have said as a player I don't like Shadowheart. I find her to be, I don't know, snooty and short with everybody, and
But
I
not
don't
be
mean short as
cursed.
in her height.
Just another crate.
Hey, 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 boop, boop, boop. Can we get in here? I don't want to target myself. That's a no.
I saw you training those children. You're so gentle. That's not how I was taught.
Wow.
Words strengthen
Oh, we haven't
neither
killed him
edge
yet?
nor hearts, Shadowheart.
I wouldn't quite say that. I learned a lesson after all.
What is this? Heartstopper.
And came to resent your tutor, I bet. I taught them to fight, not to hate.
That doesn't seem to have stopped his heart. So, okay. them.
On the victor's path.
So, it was a long week, and it's a long week to come, by the way. It's sort of deja vu basic if you play two characters around the same point in the game. You're like, didn't we already do this?
Weapon blueprints. A master blacksmith's work. These designs are unfinished. Rough drafts, no more.
Sad. They look really cool. There's so many little things like this in the game that you feel like they could have really done something with them. Okay, so making myself sick. Did we? The answer is no. We have not been down into the blacksmith.
So, will with a Y. Why?
Precisely.
Why? That's right.
But why?
Why? A great uncle's name, my father said. But I just figured he couldn't spell.
Could be too. Or if he's like my mother, he just wanted people to remember you, and they usually do when you have to fight with them 15,000 times because they spell your name wrong. They treat you like you don't know how to spell your own name. It's a thing. Trust me. Okay, so, don't find this to be a titillating part of the game, the blacksmith things, booms, dings, booms.
Best avoid that trap.
Okay. Got myself at a strange angle there and couldn't figure out how to get back. Ooh, beer. It's not going to give us much, but it will give us a little something when we sleep. Okay. This is the reason why you shouldn't have too many people in your party. It's a royal pain in the rumpus. They just all are in your way. They're just in the way. Just check that. Oh, is that tea? Tea? Yes, please. Okay. And the gal is what the. It shows that we've checked it, but we haven't checked it. That was weird. The one gal is a replacement for Vampa. You can get her with the skeleton dude. By the by, for those of you who may not know that. This gal here.
Road ahead.
There we go. So, weather here is dreadful, by the way. Beginning of June. Doesn't look like the beginning of June. Looks like April. We went out hiking today and kind of got caught in a, at first it just sort of drizzled and then it rained. Okay, so I can tell you that by the time you get around to that weapon, it's not worth it.
There's only one place I'm finding a Susa tree. Look at that.
Your desire.
Oh, sorry, not you. He's the only one with a blunt weapon?
Welcome to my channel.
Hi, welcome. He's the only one with a blunt weapon. Usually I give Lizelle a great big hammer, you know? Let her have at it. This is really not my first time playing, even if it looks like it. Oh, freaking! Some of the time you feel like there are still so many bugs. Okay. Just because it doesn't do what you want it to do. See, I said open, I didn't say climb on top. You know what I mean? Okay. So, y'all do feel free to write something in the chat.
Said, I see someone is back at it.
That's when you know someone knows you. She's at it again. I am. It's true. Guys, thank you. I do this because there are a lot of the thief tools down here. Thieving tools. Ooh, tea. I do have a mod that shows me when I've actually already opened crates and stuff. I think that's helpful. I think it's annoying to keep opening the same crates over and over again. How have you been, by the way? You been doing well? They changed the Twitch app to where you can no longer see how many people are sitting in your chat.
2 viewers, +2.
And that's not
alarm clock 21 minutes and 38 seconds.
That way they can tell you that you have less people sitting in your stream, you know, than what are actually in your stream. Now you can't see anymore. So, there it is. C'est la vie. Can't do anything about it anyhow. They refuse to fix their statistics. I accidentally sold his clothing. Was anyone here for that? That was so funny. The dwarf male in his underwear. It was quite traumatic. It was traumatizing. Guys. Thank you. Ah, yes. If you haven't read this one, read it. A lot of the stuff, I can say they put a lot of effort into the books and stuff in this game, and I like that.
Warhorse Indra said, just getting ready for Pride stuff and updating some games.
Yeah, because this month is Pride Month. We have a very active Pride community at my new company, which I think is really terrific. So I'm just the kind of person, live and let live. To each his own. Just do no harm type
Warhorse Indra
Can we?
said, I can think of worse stuff in their underwear.
I saw one of my colleagues once accidentally in their underwear. They were all changing their clothes in the tent and I didn't realize it. And I walked outside and I just went, oh my gosh, I just saw, and I was talking to one of my other colleagues, I just saw so-and-so in their underwear. And his reaction was, well, at least he had on his underwear. I was like, bleh. You guys really have to traumatize me like this. Okay, so that's the bulk of the village. And again, the stuff with the ogres over here, this is going to be really, we will save it, but we are playing single save, which means, no. We can't reload the game anyhow unless we die, and if we don't come through here with our rolls, we're gonna die anyhow. Otherwise, we might have to go do something else.
No chicken.
Wah.
Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this?
Hi.
Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies.
Yeah, I guess I would be a nice girl, wouldn't I?
Be you friend or food. The mark is her measure. Show is the brand of the absolute.
Matt Rilk.
I don't have
Welcome
a brand.
to my channel.
Hi. Welcome. I suppose we can give it a try. I hope his luck holds. Oh, my Priestess of Talos was having really crappy luck with her rolls. He hadn't been. Let's try one more time. Oh.
Indeed.
That was worth it.
How regrettable that your meat must go unsavored.
I'm sure someday.
Food. Not food. Friend.
Otherwise, there's a whole bunch of checks you have to go through. It's really a pain in the rump-roast. Okay, I noticed you don't bear a brand of your own, right?
I've no use for the absolute, or any god. I follow two masters only. Gluttony and greed. The goblins
My
understand
Priestess
my
of Talos will like him.
appetites. They sate my hunger for gold. And the rest sate my hunger for meat. Boss Goblin give gold. We check brand. Good deal. No talk.
Divine Demon Dragon
So,
said, fish are friends, not food.
for ogres? Are you sure? Let's see. You were very articulate for an ogre.
Astonishing.
Yeah.
A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see.
Explains why I'm an idiot.
I am a gourmand. And
Gourmand. Gourmet.
Divine Demon Dragon said, the
Oh,
shark.
the sharks. Ah. Well, there you go. So I haven't seen very many ogres around this part.
Follow the sense of blood and gold to all lands fertile, friend. And this land proves particularly fruitful.
I would think they were carnivores. So, forget the goblins. You should be fighting for me.
I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me.
My guy's not real good at deception. He doesn't really like to do that. So, shall we try? Oh, I didn't even get a kiss. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Ouch! So we got 4, and they added 7. Let's give it another go. Fancy my chances. When the dice blow kisses at you.
A brilliant notion, and a boon to my aching belly. We have a deal, my tasty kibble. Take my bone horn. One blow, and the ground will quake with my family name.
Okay, so what would help me if anyone's in the channel and you know?
And never a moment before.
For which battle are we supposed to use this?
Then Ogre eats them. Well spoken, indeed. Ogre kill everyone around.
That means we need to split because we don't want him to kill us, right? So I had this horn before, I never used it.
When you are ready, sound the horn.
Twice I had it, twice I didn't use it. I don't know which battle I should be using it for. I guess in Act 1. So probably the battle with the ogre, I guess? So let's read the
Names
poll.
and heights have been carved into the wood over the years. The last two read Maggie Terrans and Marcus Terrans. Twins, perhaps.
I thought they were going to want us to solve a mystery, okay? But this happened like 100 years ago. So, like I said, there's so many things in here. Ooh, a beholder. Good gad. One thing Baldur's Gate 2 will teach you is never to underestimate a beholder, right? There are so many things in here that I really feel like they could have done more with. I kept going, what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? Really?
Warhorse Indra
2 points and I do
said,
3?
It's been a bit so I forget and sadly I need to go to the store but have a great stream.
Oh, that is sad. Okay, well you take care, have fun, okay? Working for a meaningful cause is always a good thing. Wah. This locket opens to reveal an intricate illustration of a stone tower. The words Eturel, strength in unity, are inscribed across the top. Yes, well, might not have been quite as much strength as they had hoped. Because really there were several clues here that made it look like we were going to be able to solve a mystery. Netherreal Empire. Cool. Old school book. See, you have this old school book. A school's attendance log fills the ancient pages. As the pages and days progress, more and more people's names vanish from the entry. These kids were just vanishing from the village, you know. In urgent script, a note in the margin states that someone has to investigate what's become of the missing children and their families. But again, you read somewhere else
explain what happened here.
That this has been 100 years ago. Cool. Like I said, I encourage you to read the books. They're a lot of fun. Oh, nice food. Oh. I guess that belonged to the ogres, didn't it? Whoa, it's mine now. I don't think any of the desks had anything in them, if I recall correctly. By the way, for those of you who weren't with me last time I streamed, I tried Solasta 2, and the AI was even worse than the first one, by far. Unless they get that cleaned up, I have zero interest, really. What happened was, my party was sneaking. We were, like, apart from the, what was it, kobolds, I think it was. Except for one. And he was far apart from the others as well. So, my ranger fired an arrow at him. The battle mode starts randomly. Seriously. And one of the kobolds has initiative over my ranger. Then I have to refire the shots because they never fired. The shots never even got fired. How the other kobolds knew we were entering battle, I still have no idea, since we were still in stealth mode. So it was bogus. And I wrote them my feedback. I told them absolutely not. This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And I'm old. I've seen a lot of stupid shit in life. Let's be honest about it. I really have. I see it every morning when I look in the mirror. But I've seen more than just that. So there it is. Okay. Yes, I have the party member thing on here. I love reading his stuff. He's such a nut. He's commissioned someone else to draw the map. It's not alive no matter how many vagrant hags claim otherwise. Him and his dragons. He's always on about dragons, isn't he? If you ask him, he says it's because it makes for a good read. Hello, Sha. And I do like this because you get more of your screen, okay, than you do with the keyboard and the mouse. The other day, my controller died, and I had no idea what to do because I had not played without a controller. So for those of you who don't know, June is Pride Month. So if you're inclined, go out and support your fellow human beings. Okay? Their right to decide who it is they want to be, how they want to present themselves to the rest of the world. Okay, so I think we've already done the entire village. We just haven't gone down into the Underdark. I guess we should do that real quick. Ooh, nice. We can get drunk tonight. What? So we didn't look and see. There's 2 ways you can get to the Underdark from here, by the way. At least that you can get to the tunnel that leads to the Underdark, to be more specific.
Apart from an overgrowth of moss, the well looks unremarkable. The coin disappears into the well. After a moment, you hear a soft clink, not a splash.
That gives one pause for thought, does it not? So, let's peer into the well. My intelligence is not that great. We do need to sleep as well. For those of you who weren't with us, this is my Priest of Lathander. He staked Vampy because his god is the morning lord. He does not allow his disciples to cook.
Dry stones line the wall. At the bottom, something gleams in the dappled light.
It's my coin.
I could spin a cloak from all these cobwebs.
Probably don't even need the short sword. We haven't been collecting the weapons. We'll take it anyhow, shits and grins. So that is one of the ways that you can get down here. Another one is just going through the Schmied. Okay. My guy this is all he had on the other day when I accidentally sold his clothing. Oops. So Will's the one, anyhow, ups Kvotch. Will's the one, anyhow, who does the talking for us. Okay. Doesn't hurt to, but then again, we need to share the weight. Let's give the pooper scraper what's in the who's it to her. That's Lazelle. She's got big muscles. The Gith has big muscles. So he's not, because he's overweight quite quickly and easily. Of course, look at all the junk I'm carrying. Okay, we don't really need that shield. I think if we stay down here too long, we're going to get our butts kicked. To be frank about it. But let's go back here. By the way, I'm amazed. It used to be they would actually silence your stream if you had music, the wrong music streaming in the background. I think that they now just silence the music, but I think they may have also gotten a lot more lax with a lot of these things, which is cool. Most of these, okay, in her form I find ecstasy. The spell is not enough. Seems to be written by a fanatic, of course. I don't think we need that much water. At least we have people to sell things to. If you were with me with my evil Priestess of Talos, what we did was, if I had been, why does this game do this sometimes? If I had been thinking about what I was doing, I would have first sprung the gal from her cage, approached the goblins. The problem is if I agree to get rid of the druids, I lose Will. This was the way she got to keep Will. Anyhow, she actually attacked the druids. The druids wiped out the tieflings. So there are no merchants left until we get to the goblins. Oh, Though originally a screech on loth penned in blood, this book's crimson script has been smeared away in several places, a different handwriting atop it. I recall my life upon the surface with more than regret. I weep for the decades spent treading the murky waters of the profanity while my true queen waited in the shadows. Even my name, Eliette, seems foreign and foul upon my tongue. A high elf exalted by Loth herself. My drow captors could not fathom it, but I see their houses downfall in visions granted by the Spider Queen herself. When that day comes, when some unnamed whelp from an insignificant house cuts the matron mother's throat, I will escape. I will find solitude, and I will worship Loth with my very soul. Oh, nothing like fanatical devotion. So there is some sort of a loot randomizer in here, by the way. These keep us from being entangled in the webs. Start combat, you gain 1 AC for 1 turn additionally. Okay. This all seems like stuff I'd like to give to Gale. To be honest. Gosh.
Yes?
My fingers are not doing what I want them to. Okay. Bugger. So let's come get this stuff from him. We want this. And
Wisebot
spider step
said,
boots.
2 viewers, smiley face, alarm clock 42 minutes and 1 second.
By the way, anyone who's in the stream, it really helps me if you keep the window in focus, because otherwise Twitch quits counting you as being in my stream. Just FYI.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Hey, I woke to a gift wrapped in spider's silk, a pair of boots, taken from a heretic's corpse. Loth sends her daughters to reward my faith, to let me know I am on the right path. Another gift, the corpse of a drow, sigils scarred upon his face, an arachnomancer, one with the power to inhabit the spider's form. It is a message, a calling. My blood already dries upon the dagger, her blessed image carved upon my skin. Ooh-ha-ha. An ornate diagram is drawn upon this parchment depicting a ritual of some kind. At the bottom, 2 figures, a spider and an elf, are etched with overlapping circles. A single word is penned beneath them: transcendence. These are things that you think are going to be something interesting, and they don't really turn out to be, at least. I didn't see that they did, sadly, because I was quite interested in them. I mean, piqued my interest. As I said, if we go into the fight with the spiders at this point, we will die. I have it on single save mode, and for some reason that has made it like 3 times harder. Let's go sleep. Why not? I broke the game. I seriously seem to have broken the game. For those of you who were online asking me what bugs, this is what I'm talking about. There's nothing. It's doing nothing anymore. Nothing is reacting. Nothing at all. So it crashed. An error occurred, which may be caused by problems in your game installation. Oh, go screw yourself. I have no fucking idea what happened. I don't know why they asked me for a crash report when I don't know what happened. If I knew what happened, I'd fix it. And I think it had to do with us camping while we were down in that cavern, so we won't do that again. So, back into the game. I'm seriously not sure how people are playing the game when they haven't run into any bugs. I ran into a bug in the crypts where my people were too close to the door, or one of my guys was too close to the door, and I would turn him around and click somewhere else to try to get him to move, and it would open the door. What they'd done was they had programmed a portion around the door to be triggered to open the door, and your character was stuck there. I had to ditch out of that. Reload the game and avoid the door next time. So now we're probably going to have to redo some of our progress. No game is perfect, guys. None of them. None whatsoever. In the green, I'm sorry. I need to get into a better space. Okay.
Am I not a stop?
You're wonderful.
You, a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course.
By the skin of our teeth this time, which is better than having to do it twice.
How regrettable.
So we've already had this.
Not food.
We need to be careful though by clicking through because we'll pick the wrong choice. Okay, so I haven't seen too many more ogres in this part. I notice that you don't bear a mark.
The goblins.
We don't want to spend all day. He's mute.
No talk.
Okay, so forget goblins, you should be fighting for me.
Accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me.
I love that. Tempt me. Let's give it a go. They had 7, so we're not going to make it. Should we try again? Again, by the skin of our teeth. That's good enough. Okay, so.
A brilliant notion.
Okay, and again, anyone knows when we're supposed to use this, which battle, let me know.
And never
I have had it twice, and I just didn't use it.
Everyone around, then Ogre eats them.
Everyone means
spoken.
you.
Indeed.
Everyone. I think that's why I didn't use the horns.
We will keep close. When you are ready, sound the horn.
So it seems like that'd be a good thing for the goblin battle. As I've said, since I don't know. That is that and my face is disappearing. That's probably a good thing for the world. That or Githyanki. That could be a good place to use it as well.
Names and heights have been carved into the wood over the
We already
years.
had this discussion. I actually knocked this pole down and it didn't help, so don't know what the point is. Because it doesn't seem to actually fall apart or anything, so whatever. Okay. And as I've said, I am a big proponent of the controller because you have more space on your screen. I think in the next house I'm going to get myself a projector, especially for my PS5. Everyone should have a projector for their PS5. We already looked at that locket. And this is not the game where the only good tiefling is a dead tiefling. That's our Priestess of Talos, as I've said. And again, we've already done all this, so...
Diary. Might explain what happened here.
Did we not read that last time? That almost sounds like we didn't. Okay, so now we're looking for it. Are we that seldom in our... We're going to save it this time so we don't have to do this again. He said something about a... Okay. Yeah, I don't know what they're on about. Anyhow, like I said, it seems like it should be some sort of a mystery for you to solve, but it's really not. So we went out here, we went around the back, we found Bolo's stuff here. Let's do that again. Bolo's Guide to Baldur's Gate. What follows is the most thorough and accurate account of the city and people of Baldur's Gate, the sordid gem of the Sword Coast, except it's not, right? It's got a black dragon. Well, there might have been a black dragon in his defense, actually. Just ignore his propensity for dragons. It still could have been a dragon, right?
Something over there.
That was weird. It looked like a hole, didn't it? So I guess that I'm not going to be affiliated anytime soon. We'll try again next week. I don't think we have any use for any of this. We are going to do a quick save. To activate chat, please enable channels here. What? Why would the chat not be activated? What? I'm kind of confused. If anyone has troubles with the chat, let me know. Okay, so I was showing you how to get down into the bottom part, and we slept there, and it was a bad idea. So I vote that we sleep up top this time. We do have to sleep at some point. We really do. Okay, so this time it worked. I think it had to do with our location. My camera is really being stupid today, isn't it? Look at this. It's just a second. Let me see if I can shed some light on this situation. Maybe that'll help. Okay, maybe that will help some. I'm just so pale now. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Okay, so does anyone want to speak to us? Doesn't look like it. Hi, Scratch. I pet him every morning. I think that's enough. I assumed I had enough. could mean someone needs to speak to us, but doesn't necessarily. Okay, I don't see anyone who wants to speak to us, and we are actually here to rest. These are worth 1 point each. And it goes upward. 5. So we'll take the cheese. We'll take some roughly hewn ham. Three times 9 is 27. So
Chicken_noodle soups.
Second. Oh,
Welcome
hi.
to my channel. Chicken_noodle
Long time
soups.
no see.
Said. Oh my god, Iain.
Wow, long time no see. Seriously. Okay, so let's take the cheese off. Let's do the potatoes first. Or better yet, let's do the carrots, right?
Chicken_noodle soups.
How are you, girl?
Said. Indeed.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just been a long time. I had a lot of stupid stuff going on. I have a new job, which I like. So, how you been? So, let's rest. We're playing our good Priest of Lathander, by the way, and not our evil Priestess of Talents. We're doing the hero thing. So that didn't help a lot with the light, but probably didn't hurt a lot either. Let me see if I can turn on the big light. Maybe that'll help. Yes, sweethearts. Disturbed a den of rabbits here. I have 4 rabbits left, by the way. The big sweethearts I used to have died. So, yeah, my camera and my backdrop are just doing stupid things today because of the nasty weather. Okay. So, let's go down in the... Again, we can go this way, or we can go through the hole in the wall that we created in the smith.
Apart from an
the
overgrowth
blacksmith.
of moss, the well looks
Chicken_noodle
unremarkable.
soups. Said. I'm quite alright. Been stressing a bit with all the exams. And congratulations on the new job. How's your boyfriend?
Coin disappears
Or
into
ex,
the
I
well.
don't know if you've
After a
broken up.
moment, you
The
hear
last
a
time
soft
he was
clink,
recovering for
like a
something with his
splash.
heart.
Stroke. He had a stroke, and he had a series of strokes. He's doing a lot better. He just can't work anymore, and they're trying to send him back to work. He's just never going to be able to work again. So he's on all the medicine they gave him, and he still has strokes.
At the bottom,
They just can't do anything.
gleams
So,
in
but
the
thank you for
dappled
asking,
light.
and thanks for your congratulations. And I thought you should have exams coming up. Yeah. Good luck on those exams. Make sure you just study hard, right? Can't do much more than that. I used to study hard, and then I wasn't nervous because either I knew it or I didn't. There was nothing I could do at that point. So I'm kind of weird. Okay, so this is where we were when we tried to sleep and the game crashed. This is why I always say people need to hire me to do their bug testing. Because if they got bugs in their game, believe me, I will find them. If the game can be broken, I will find a way. Okay, so for some reason the chat is giving me problems today. I don't know why. What in the devil? Just a second. I had everything already set up, so I don't know what the problem is. Okay, so hopefully it's back on. That's frustrating. And this is why I play with the controller when I play this, by the way, guys, is because you have a lot more of your screen available. It feels much more natural when you move, too. I do have the multi-party thing on because I chose single save, but my settings are all not difficult, and yet we get party wipes quite frequently. So I read this to you earlier before our game crashed. This is basically someone who worshipped Loth was here, and so we're doing that again. This gives drunken driving a whole new meaning since I'm neither drunk nor driving, right? What? What? Yeah, no, we fought really hard with him. They kept trying to tell him he had MS, and he didn't. The Germans have taken a lot of other diseases and misdiagnosed them as MS. So MS is now the disease of 1,000 faces. In America, we have very clear criteria, very clear symptoms. All the tests for MS were negative for him. So, yeah. Just the way it is. So we did get that diagnosis overthrown because it made no sense with all the tests being negative. But it was a pain in the rumpus, and we didn't get it done before they basically poisoned him with medicine that he had a horrifying reaction to. Okay, so now we can go, because he's not quite so, we don't need the water, he's not quite so burdened. It's important. Has it been, by the way, in case you're still here, Chicken Noodle Soups, has it been that as cold up there as it has been here in Germany? Why does this, can someone tell me, are you losing me? Are you failing to see me? Or is it just, is this just the chat? This is getting frustrating.
Chicken_noodle soups.
Ah.
Said.
Denmark.
In Denmark.
Did I say Sweden?
Wisebot. Said.
I'm so sorry.
3 viewers, plus 1. Alarm clock 1 hour 2 minutes and 21 seconds.
They're giving that to Gale. How is your weather up there? Has it been nasty and gray and cold? Ours has just been cold. We thought it was getting warmer and then it got nasty and cold and gray again, so. I thought we had, here it is, there we go. So we'll give those to him.
Chicken_noodle soups.
I'm sorry.
Said. No, actually it's been all
really?
right. We've been having rain this weekend.
Okay, yeah, us too. Okay, so we read that also. Unfortunately, we seem to be stuck in a rut here, so let's get going. Like I said, I don't think they're going to be able to handle this battle. They're not even 4th level yet. Why are they only not 4th level? That's really weird, isn't it? Nothing else there. So we were looking here, and then we rested, and then the game crashed.
Chicken_noodle soups.
So don't do that.
Said. The weather was nice when I was in Berlin.
Was it?
But TBF, that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and Germany is good.
We've had a couple, days here and there where the weather's been nice, and then it's just really cruddy again, So there's a hole there. You can jump down and you can get to the Underdark, by the way. Just FYI. So this also, as I've said, comes out at the smithy. Wait. Doesn't seem like a smart thing to do, considering the fact that the web would just vibrate and probably notify every spider. Do we feel like dying? Preferably not, but we all gotta go sometime, I suppose. Oh, all of a sudden, what's going on here? This restream chat today is really just crap. I'm sorry to say so, but it is. I'm very disappointed in it. It keeps coming up with a message here telling me, and it won't tell me how many viewers I have. It acts like What? Just a second, guys. Hang in here with me. That makes no sense. Says the restream is really just junk today. I'm sorry. Okay.
These boots have seen everything.
Stop. How are you? Oh, okay. Fair enough. We're in battle. Pooper
Chicken
scoopers.
_noodle soups.
They found us.
Said. Damn. Yes, go.
Seriously.
Get your frustrations out, queen.
So, yeah, it has been kind of touch and go here in Germany. That's true. Berlin's just north of us, so it's not too far away. Let's see if she can do anything else. Nothing from here that really makes any sense, eh? Okay. So we do have a single save on. It's making it very hard, actually, even though the other settings are not set to be hard, which is why I went ahead and took the multi-party moves or mawetzer. Stop. Eh. So what are we going to do here? Oh, 3D battles mess with my head. Okay. Thorn Whip. He doesn't really have anything that's totally choice, does he? Let's just take his.
Lucius22.
Oh.
Welcome to my channel.
Hi, Lucius. Hi. How are you doing? He didn't even have a ranged weapon on him? That seems weird. Okay, we'll have to check that after this battle's over. No matter what he does, he's going to have 36% chance. Okay. Bugga. Bugga, bugga, bugga.
Time to strike.
So let's see what the Yith can get done here. Is that a different spider? Okay.
I will not know failure.
Here we go. Caps. Remember Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, when you would kill those things and there would always be a ring as a drop, as the drop? We are going to die. We're all going to die. Did you guys, crazy game? Stop it!
With ease.
Stop it! Trying to anticipate me, but not doing a very good job of it. So,
Chicken _noodle soups.
if I got lucky.
Said.
Ooh.
Wait, Cena, did you dye your hair?
No, but
time
I need to
watched.
go back.
My memory wants to say you had more brown/blackish hair.
It always depends on the lighting of the camera. That's what's messing with it.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
What I have to do to get my background blended out. So, that's very possible.
Chicken _noodle soups. Said. AHH.
So he likes his hammers. We'll put one here. We'll put one here. Took care of him. So, as I said, all we did was put on the single save, and but I do need to get my gray covered again. I will be doing that in a couple weeks. So now it's his turn. He's not going to be able to sensibly leave the area, but he could at least... Okay, fair enough.
Dame Croft. Welcome to my channel.
Welcome! So... Wow, she just sucks. She could also cast the same weapons. In fact, maybe she will. She prefers spear. When I play her, she does at least. There was another one. Where was he? Where was that other ether cap? Huh. That's really weird, isn't it? I could swear there was another one. And I thought he was back here. It's not going to really hurt us. You know what? Let's just not do that. Okay.
Chicken_noodle soups said,
Who's this?
well, bye
It's our thief.
I just wanted to drop in and say hi.
Okay. Hi.
It was
Well,
nice kinda catching up, grinning face.
I'm glad. Study for your test. We will see each other again. I'll be on here. So you can just drop by. Okay? I'm not always playing evil characters. Not enough resources. I don't think she can get over there to do this. Yeah, she's immobilized. Okay. Let's get him out of the webbed area. Wonderful. He's not going to be able to do that either, but we can just do this. See, there is another ether cap. Where is he?
Victory awaits.
With big, sharp, pointy teeth. What? I don't see him. There he is. When they run down the sides of the walls. Hey, that's not fair. I can't do that. Those spiritual weapons are totally cheating. Like I said, we have single save on, and it has really just done crazy things to our game. Made it much harder than the difficulty setting is set at. It's already a challenge because you can't load your game. You have to die. If you want to reload your game, you have to die. I think we were reading that, weren't we? Let it be known that I left my homeland because I was bound to my master and not because I chose to. Were it not for the oath I swore, I would still be home serving the Zulkirs and not tending to hog pox in this crude hamlet. Okay, so we're not going to read the rest of that because it's not actually that interesting. There are so many cool little like hints and of interesting things in this game, but they don't go anywhere. Okay, so during combat, when the wearer starts their turn with 50% hit points or less, they gain momentum. That doesn't really seem like that great of a thing to me. The worst thing is that's sending out a signal.
Lichius22 said,
Hi!
hello.
Again, greetings? See, you used to get a ring drop when you had killed an ether cap. In Baldur's Gate 2, you know? Gale. Ooh, land. Gale laughs in your face. He's got those spider boots on. How are y'all doing over there? By the way, y'all stream in what is for me the wee hours of the night. I'm gonna have to figure something out there. Okay, so we didn't die yet. Where's our
Lucius22
boy?
Said, how are you? Yesterday we played Solasta with Dame Croft and some friends.
Oh, that sounds like
Lucius22
fun.
Said, have you played it?
Oh yes, I used to stream it. I got frustrated with it at one point when we bypassed all the traps going into an area, and we did a quick travel out of the area, and I swear it hit every freaking trap that we bypassed. The AI was really... I found that to be quite frustrating. But at least it's a good game. The second one, the AI is even worse. Unless they fix it. Hopefully they will. Like I said, we got a single save here, guys, so whatever we choose to do is what we choose to do. So there's no point in... We're going to get ourselves so killed. Now, Celeste is a good game, though. It is. Besides that, I think what we want is we want his chromatic orb. Would be better. It skipped over. It seemed to me it skipped over the... Okay, maybe we don't have a different level. This is an area of effect spell. Yes. Let's die. Should we go and get ourselves killed? At least that got rid of some of the baby spiders, and now here comes the mem. Okay, so what we need to do... No. Everyone else stay here. Y'all just stop. Y'all stop. Okay? Y'all just stop.
Not around, so might as well.
Everyone stop.
No honor among snakes.
Does he have... He still has a chromatic orb. Trying to get sneaky here to get up close enough to burn the rest of those babies. That'll give us a better chance. Okay? Choose our chromatic orb here.
Won't know what hit him.
Oh, fuck me. And we have a single save, so we can't go back and try again. It's just not a thing. We are just screwed. Blued, tattooed. We're gonna get killed. We've had party wipes so frequently playing this game. Worse than what I had with either of my other two characters.
My path be true.
So let's see what we can do here. That booming blade. Is that a thing? What? Not enough movement? No, of course not. That would be too hopeful. Still not enough movement, so let's give up on that. Oh! Let's make him work for it.
Well, so much for peace.
So we did kill Vampy, by the way, those of you who were not with us, because I'm playing a neutral good Priest of Lathander. His god will not let him have anything to do with undead creatures. And that is just the way that is. Oh, nice. We do want to spread out because it makes it harder for them to do area of effect spells at us, by the way. Let's just get her over here at least. Can she do anything else sensible? The answer to that is obviously not. So, you dwarf. He's got some great spells. Unfortunately, he has to get kind of close up for a lot of them. So let's cast our hammers. One here. Probably is going to be, yeah, way too far away. Bugger me. Who's the next closest? There isn't one. Is there? Okay, well then we'll just cast them both here for the moment. See what we can do with that. There it is. So, him. Who? His turn. So let's get the dwarf over here. Like I said, we want to spread out a little bit.
Can't afford to let up. Moving.
We could do the same thing with her. Let's see what we got as choices. Not enough movement. Probably the same thing. Nope. Just a very, very high defense. Very, very low chances. I want to wait on her spiritual weapons until we get the other one in range. Okay? I think that's going to make more sense. Okay, that one seems to be in range, doesn't it? So now he has those boots of web moving mahoos or mawetzers. Ah, and there are babies here. Why can't he do anything? What? That doesn't make any sense. So he really just can't do anything at the moment. Stop that. Okay. He really can't do anything at the moment. Maybe not enough movement.
Mistra.
Don't be insane.
Victor's path.
Okay. So let's see what we can do with him. Cloud of Daggers. That's the rotating daggers, which is going to go very deep if she moves.
Dame Croft.
Oops.
Said. Hi, Cena.
Oh. Well, it did do some damage, didn't it? So there's that.
Dame Croft. Said. How are you, you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Son.
Better than yesterday. Yesterday was kind of weird. So whose turn is it? I cannot see whose turn it is. Ah, my spiritual weapon. Yes, they have to go down the vine. Of course they do.
Wisebot. Said.
So weird.
5 viewers, +2.
The
Alarm
spiritual
clock 1 hour
weapons is
24
really,
minutes and 4 seconds.
that is really kind of a humongous cheat, you know? Okay. Spiritual weapons here. Ooh, tea. Thank you guys for joining me, by the way. Hope you're having a great day. We've got really crappy weather here in Germany, so it's perfect for playing. Okay, so who's next? Now the baby's good to go. Oh, and they teleported.
Dame Croft.
2 teleported and 1
Said.
ran. That was kind of
Oh, sometimes our days like that. Yesterday we
Yeah.
had our D&D session, was amazing, and we tried Solasta too.
Yeah, Celeste is a pretty good game. Like I said, I was telling Lucius that I had one thing where quite a way into the game, I made my way through an area, avoiding all the traps, and when I fast traveled out, it hit a whole bunch of traps. I felt like it hit every trap I avoided. So, That's her. What if we can kill the spider quickly?
Dame Croft
Nice.
said. Oh ha ha ha.
It was really, oh my gosh, that sucked.
I won't give in.
Okay, my problem is if I do that,
Looks
help
like you need a
her,
little help.
he would have to. He's my neutral good priest. What do you want to do, right? Bugger me. Shield of Faith. I have a feeling she's going to need it more than I am. Okay. Bugga. Bugga bugga. So, she needs to heal herself, for sure. No, that didn't help that much, did it? Nah, it's gonna do, yeah, and then she's gonna get a free attack on her. Bugga, bugga, bugga. So you have, she can do a lacerate.
You bow, or you break.
Oh, nice. Nice. Very glad of that. Okay, can she do anything else? She can bonk it on the head. Take that, you dirty arachnid. Will, life is so full of difficult choices. If I do a thorn whip, what does that do? Just a second. 1 to 6. 4 to 15. Better. Still not going to kill it, but better than a sharp stick in the eye. The proverbial. I don't think he's going to get that. Wow. I'm going to have a lot better luck with this guy than I have with than we did with our Priestess of Talos. She just had the awfulest luck. Oh, yeah. Hey, 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 hey. Ah, I want to get up onto this ledge. Does anyone else ever have these kinds of problems with these games? You want to get up on the ledge? Let's just use my spiritual hammer here.
Dame Croft
I can't tell how
said,
far it can move.
I hate spiders. Set them on fire, haha.
Agree. Can't reach my destination, probably because of the great big spider in the way. At least it's a corpse. So let's see, how else can we get up here? Can't reach destination. I love the 3D graph. There's the hole, by the way, to the Underdark. In case anyone's looking for it. I can't. It's on the ledge down below.
Unleash me.
I am sorry, it just sounds so kinky. Dude, I don't have you tied up. This is an ideal use of magic missile. Muhaha. I don't think any of these guys have any loot on them, but Naya, he's the one who's wearing the web shoes, by the way. The boots of web walking.
Swiftly now.
Some of the stuff I say just doesn't sound
Dame Croft
very, sounds
said,
really mental.
Can we join for a bit over Discord?
I don't know how. Can you have to teach me that? Or it would be nice if you would. I don't know how. I'm not used to the Discord. I'm not very good at it. Otherwise my answer would be yes. So just a second.
Hello.
Hi. I hear you. Terrific. Do you hear me? You hear me now, right? Okay.
Yeah, perfectly.
So, terrific.
Just
okay,
let
I
me
hear you as
lower
well.
the volume on the stream. Perfect.
Can't even catch my breath.
No, it's
So,
okay.
let me...
It's to not have the echo going on.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, I have to mute the other sites when I'm dealing with that. So let's see. Can I get him? Yeah.
Oh my god, spiders. Just kill them.
I know. This just. I don't like anything that moves faster than my eyes can track it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like. Ew. So I don't really want to put her too close. Is my problem.
At home, I'm always like, Lucius, there's a spider.
We have spiders living in our home with their daddy long legs, and they're harmless. And those we don't mind. But if they're like fat, hairy spiders where you're not sure, no. Sorry. We will get a glass and a piece of paper and, you know, throw them outside.
We have a deal. If they don't enter the house, it's okay.
Yeah,
But
that seems fine.
once they enter the house, then they got a problem.
That seems sensible. I had my rabbit cage. I would find these. They're called cross spiders, Kreuzspinner, you know. And what the? Why does she? Oh, she's knocked out. But the battle's over. And I'm looting her body. How does that work? Oh, a phase spider trophy. Cool.
Oh, nice.
Tune with the phase spider's skull and overcome your arachnophobia. I need one of those.
I think they have like an option where they can replace the spiders with like tiny red circles.
Shards of glass or something. Is that what it is? Okay, because some games have also where they replace the cockroaches with tiny shards of glass.
Oh.
For people who are, you know, afraid of. There are people who are afraid of cockroaches. I find them disgusting. I still don't know what's going on here. I feel like I need to finish her off, right? It's kind of weird, wasn't it? That was really, truly strange. There's Gale. Gale is the one with the good boots. Where's Gale? Ah, yes, we separated him from the party. Now I remember. It said group all, not split all, people.
Seek and you shall find me.
He's the only one who can move across the webs without any ill effect. He's laughing in your face. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I'm surprised they didn't die, except that, you know, the spiritual weapons is a bit of a cheat. Thankfully, because I wouldn't have ever got that.
Such depths.
What
Wonder
is
how
that?
deep it goes.
Dark amethyst. The tome that he found. Now he can unlock it. If he were so inclined to, which he's not. I've done that with him when I played my other evil. I played my evil Priestess of Talos once through already and turned Gale evil. It was really wicked. Oh, we definitely want to. Guys. What else am I going to burn? You stood too close. What do you want to say? So, like I said, this is where you can jump down into the Underdark. Okay? There it is. What you need to do is you need to have your spell that allows you to just kind of float down there. We're not going to do that right now. We have other business with goblins. And we get to go up a level, so let's level up. Where in the devil are we at? We're getting ourselves lost, aren't we? Interesting. It was really that easy, huh? Just break through this.
A spell a day.
Sheen here. Wait. That was our first one we were at. Did we? Oh, there's nothing on it. Okay, so let's level up then.
Can't give up now. All right, what now?
Okay, so as I said, he's a neutral good cleric.
Uh-huh.
So let's see what we want to do with him. Resistance, Blade Ward. Yeah, I didn't know how to announce myself on the Discord channel that I was streaming, and I saw everyone was using an app, so I downloaded that app, and then it did it for me. So I thought that was really cool.
Yes, we are using a bot.
Yeah.
That let us know when guys from the group stream.
I think that's great. I'm not like many people over a certain age, usually about 45.
Oh,
the technology the technology, especially in the last little while, has made such leaps that it's hard for us to keep up,
But a lot. It's mostly a thing where you use it or not. Maybe Discord is new for you, but of technology, you know a lot.
Yeah, but the thing is there's so many different platforms and whatnot out there, and you just got to catch up and try to keep up.
Yeah.
So let's see, what do we want him to do?
It's the same for me. I'm just starting to learn about D&D. So for me, it's like a whole new world.
That's
so
true.
I get the feeling.
It's a lot to learn. It's a lot to learn. It
Yes.
used to be back when we played basic D&D, there wasn't that much to learn. And then we went to the advanced D&D, the AD&D second edition, and it was like,
Oh my god.
And nowadays, because back then, it was, people talk about how tolerant Dungeons and Dragons is, and back then, certain races couldn't be certain classes. Humans could be anything they wanted to, but like dwarves were limited in their classes. Elves the same way. Half elves had more available to them because they're human blood. It's not really very tolerant. If you really think about it, it's not that tolerant. Is this? You can increase an ability score. I usually keep my ability scores fairly even. What's this here? You gain musical instrument proficiency.
Oh. It's always nice to have a good show.
That's kind of weird, isn't it? That's something that's hard for me with the 5e, is that it is almost anyone can learn almost anything, and so kind of makes the classes maybe not quite so useful as they used to be.
Yeah, the only thing that we notice that you can use, for example, is Arcana magic.
Uh-huh.
For example, if your character doesn't use or make arcane damage, you can use even the scrolls that I found out in, for example, Baldur's. Some
Really?
scrolls you can use.
That's weird.
That's the strange thing that we were like, we were discussing with the DM. We were like, no, you're wrong, and he just grabbed the book and he told us, find it here and show me. You can use that, and we were like, no, it will be so much fun.
So
My
are you
paladin
saying
using
that like almost anyone can use a scroll? Like a mage's scroll or something?
For example, in the D&D campaign, in the 5th edition, you can't use scrolls if you don't make that damage, that kind of damage. But in Baldur's, I found that sometimes, even though you are not a magic user, you can use some scrolls.
And that's kind of bogus, because the whole concept actually A sorcerer has the power in his body. It's just innate. So you might have the case that somebody is a fighter, but he's actually a sorcerer. He just doesn't know it yet. Okay, I don't say anything.
Oh.
But wizards have to train. They have to train and learn. So it shouldn't be the case that just anyone can pick up a scroll and use it.
I remember I play as a fighter in Baldur's, and I was like, oh, this is a cool scroll. Let me click it, and then it just launched the spell. Yeah.
See,
maybe it's because of the background.
I don't know. It's maybe because, like I said, the whole concept was you can actually innately have the abilities of a sorcerer, but not want to use magic, right? You maybe become a thief or something. I don't know. But you still have that innate ability to be a sorcerer. But with the mages, they learn and train, and they learn about the magic and the arcana, and how to coordinate their gestures and their vocalization. So, being a mage is a learned skill. Do you know what I mean? So that's not something that just anyone should be able to pick up and use. But if you happen to have some innate sorcerer's blood, then that can be a thing. Interesting. I didn't know that. I think that I'm so deep in the D&D world that I don't think to try things because I assume they won't work.
Well, that's what the master told us, that we should try, just at least try it. So then we can start to learn. Yeah. He's a little evil, I know.
It sounds like, and of course he knows the rules. That's his job. If you have a dungeon master who doesn't know the rules, you've got a bad dungeon master. That's no fun. But that's definitely his job. Your strength or dexterity will be increased by 1. She could use basically almost anything to be increased by 1. When you are prone, standing up uses significantly less movement. Your jump distance also increases by 50%. That might be a really good one for her. I think we'll take that for her. And now the question, the eternal question. This would give her a wicked. See, this is if you have 16, you already have +3. That's why increasing it to 17 is always really hard because you still only have +3. But 18 would make +4. See, this is +1. This will be +2.
Okay.
Don't forget that when you have an uneven number, you don't get a bonus. You get a bonus with each even number.
Yes, we learned about that the hard way.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that you do learn. And you have to, sometimes you have to go to the uneven number, to the odd number, in order to get to the next even number. Which is the way it is, right? Okay. Will. And it's really funny because you were there. Our Priestess of Talos only got to keep Will because she attacked the Druids, and the Druids killed the Tieflings, and the Tieflings killed so he stayed. If she had killed him herself, then, So, Infestation only does 1d6, 1d6, which is not really a lot. For you. Green Flame Blade. Ooh, that looks kind of nice. I'll take that.
I'm going to send an emote on Twitch.
Dame Croft.
Just because I have to refresh my...
Okay, cool.
The site, the page.
Yep. I love the purple hearts. Purple's my favorite color, so I also frequently send purple hearts.
The color of the magic.
The soul color, no? So this is actually not a bad one to have. The Shatter. I don't think there's anything we want to trade out. Hold it. Maybe, yeah, this one I'm not too sure about because I think this affects my people. Let's just wait. We'll leave that. Now we have to pick something for him. When attacked while wielding a finesse weapon you are proficient with, you can use a reaction to add your proficiency bonus to your armor class, possibly causing the attack to miss. That might not be a bad thing. Durable. Your constitution increases. That's not really going to help him very much. His charisma increasing would do, but again, I mean, if we do this now, he has a 15 constitution. If we did it again the next time, then he would have a 16 constitution. Then he would get a bonus.
Nice.
Your spells and attacks ignore resistance to a damage type of your choice. When you cast spells of that type, you cannot roll a 1. Then I have to pay really close attention to what spells I'm giving him. I just don't think he is wielding spells more than anything else. Lightly armored, you gain armor proficiency with light armor and your strength or dexterity increases. His strength could surely use something, but probably will take his dexterity. Again, you know, we're going from +2 and we still got a +2, but if we do this again, he'll benefit from it, so let's do it. Because the biggest thing is we don't want him to get hit. That's basically the build that we're going for with him.
I remember playing his character was super difficult for me.
Really?
Because he's like really soft. He always dies.
Yes. He's that's a good description, soft. I like that.
And I had a huge problem with Shadowheart because she never hits.
Oh. Yeah. What is her? I wonder what her dexterity is, because that would be what would cause that. Typically. Dungeon Delver. Okay, you gain advantage on perception checks made to detect hidden objects. This would be a very good thing for her, since she is replacing Vampy. For those of you who didn't see it, go to my YouTube channel. I staked Vampy. Here she is. Let's take a look at her constitution, her dexterity at 13. That could be why
the poor boy just wanted some blood.
It's kind of a hard thing for me because I think Vampy's amusing myself, but there you go. So let's give her Toll the Dead. She's playing a dark cleric. We do hope to turn her around eventually. Let's give her Word of Radiance, and we do hope to turn her around, as I've said. What? Much better choices. Yeah, baby. So, poison spray. An infestation of spiders. Yes, of course it has to be spiders.
That sounds like a nightmare.
So let's see what we can do with her. I've had her in the party only because we got wiped. Do you remember we got wiped out trying to get into that one dungeon where the tome is? Getting ourselves wiped out. I finally added her to the party and we were able to overcome. You increase any ability. Yes, but where was the one that we were able to increase her dexterity? We just gave that to Will. No, maybe it wasn't Will. She doesn't really need that. There's got to be something. I don't know these as well as I should. Nope. You gain proficiency in 3 skills of your choice.
Oh.
Okay, well let's just take this one then. Increase your dexterity by 1. It will give her a better ability to actually hit something. So we've got her doing negative stuff here. Bane is okay. Yeah, let's just leave her with that stuff. That's okay. Who else? Who else wizard now, we used to call it a mage, so. Okay. Cantrip. Clean a creature or nearby surface, creating a distracting noise. That's a really weird one, isn't it? Shape water.
But I remember I exploited the gas form thingy
That
with Gale.
sounds like a good idea. If you, I don't know if you watched my old Baldur's Gate 2 streams, but there's a beholder area, and I was using the wizard eye to move that around to look ahead and see what was coming. They don't have that in the Baldur's Gate 3. They don't have a lot of good illusion, so divination spells, I mean. It was really cool. It was wicked.
Seems very useful.
It was, yeah.
I
That's
haven't
the whole
played
thought of behind
Baldur's.
it.
Oh.
Baldur's Gate 2 is, it's very hard for some people because they're used to the more modern graphics and stuff, you know.
Yes.
And there you're doing the, I think it's AD&D 2D. It's a second edition, I mean, rules.
And it's far more complex. We have a friend, one of the friend that is playing this session, and he only played the third 3.5 edition,
Okay,
and he's so amazed of how simplified the 5th edition is.
Yeah. That's the thing is what they've gone to, what the 5th edition, in my opinion, it's gone toward more of a power gaming direction, so that anyone can be pretty much anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It used to be really, if you were a thief, you were a thief. There, you learned thief skills. If you wanted to learn something else, you had to change classes. And if you were not a human, you couldn't change classes. You had to multi-class in the beginning. But if you were a human, you couldn't take more than one class. Humans couldn't concentrate on more than one thing at a time. But you could change classes. But if I have a human mage, for example, and he reaches 8th level, then he says, you know what, I want to be a thief. I'm going to go train as a thief. He can't use any of his mage abilities until he reaches 8th level thief. The justification behind that is really shady in my opinion. It always was. Then he has access not only to his thief skills, but his mage skills as well.
Oh, nice. So
yeah,
for on one hand, it's like a penalization, and then on the other, you got a multi-class character.
Yeah. Then you end up with a multi-classed character, but your mage will never advance. That's the thing. If you change as a human to another class, that class can never advance. You will just eventually have access to those skills again. That means if you go to as a 3rd level thief and then you change, you're never going to be more than a 3rd level thief.
Oh.
Those were the old rules. It was extremely difficult. It really was.
Yes. I don't know if you know about Critical Role. It's like
critical
a
hits
group
or
of.
Misses? Oh, okay, no.
No, it's like a group of
else.
actors and voice actors as well.
Theo655.
And they
Welcome
usually
to my channel.
D&D campaigns. And one of those campaigns actually got funded to make it a series in Amazon Prime.
Really?
Yeah. And they make it, and you can watch it. It's amazing. It's called Vox Machina. The Legend of Vox Machina. Yeah.
Magna,
we started watching. Yeah.
Okay,
we started watching with Lucius, and it's amazing. It's super funny. And they made it so it's over 16 years for audiences over 16. So they get to cut the enemies, curse, a lot of fun stuff.
Cool. That's interesting that they were able to get funding.
Yeah, it's a major like entertainment show, and they usually go live with the sessions once a week.
Wow.
And they got campaigns where that lasted, I don't know, a year, 2 years, and so.
You know what
And
I
it's
miss
super
is some
popular.
of our, yeah, I miss some of our stuff. When the Spelljammer came out, we did the Spelljammer. Baldur's Gate 3
Oh,
opens in a Spelljammer setting, just to give you an idea. We had wonderful campaigns. The Temple of Elemental Evil. I've got all my stuff, even the 3E editions. I've got all my books still.
my God.
I just have not found anyone to play with, so it's been kind of a bummer. Okay, so now, here's the question. Now that we've finally leveled up, let's get out of this
Nice.
joint. I want to see the map. I never used the big map. Okay, so we need to turn around and go the other direction, right? There we go. We came through. What phase spider? There's no phase spider. Oh, she assumes she's going in the right direction. The wisdom of this has not yet been proven. Oh yeah, we are. Okay, here we go. This is the other way into it, is through the blacksmith that we found earlier. Silly woman. Okay. Let's go sell some stuff. Then we can... Let's go to the swamp after that. We can confront the hag. Get ourselves
Oh, that would be amazing.
This is where they had us say that stupid prayer. He didn't give the... Did you notice they didn't give him the opportunity to say a prayer for the dead? The guys weren't even there when we got there. And he would have been the right person to offer the chance to say a prayer for the dead. It's really weird. I don't know why they weren't there. We kept him from fighting the tiefling. Remember? But why they're not there, I don't know. I don't know.
Road to Baldur's Gate is a long one. Who knows how long it'll take these folks to get there on foot.
If they make
I'm just seeing a lot of death and
Lucius 22.
destruction around
Welcome
the
to
path
my
you're
channel.
walking.
You're seeing what?
Doesn't seem to
A
trouble
lot of
you
death
enough.
and destruction.
What good would it do for me to be troubled? We can't save them all.
That's true. Aha, now I know where I am. Yes, I was
It's
lost.
a huge map.
I'm not used to coming in across that bridge, so I don't know where I am. Silly one. Come on, open up. It says me. So, I think we've already done everything over here. Pretty sure we did. That was really hard for us with our Priestess of Talos because she didn't get the chance to do a lot of stuff. That's what you get for playing an evil character.
Lucius just asked me if you were playing with a mod that you could see the characters like that, like in third person. And I just told him that no, you're playing with the joystick.
I'm playing with the controller. Yep, it's an Xbox
Yes.
controller, even though I have a PS5. Before I bought the PS5, we bought Xbox controllers for the PCs. And then we bought the PS5. So it's very confusing.
Yeah, and it's amazing
Something
because it looks just like a third person game.
It's very different, isn't it? It's a very different
Yeah.
experience. So let's see what we want to sell. We have a lot of stuff we need to sell. We're not going to actually need that. That's kind of nice. I'm just going to hang on to that. I thought we gave him a lot more. Why we? Oh yeah, these are the skull. This is some mod that gives you the ability to do a skull collection. It's supposed to be like geared toward barbarians, I think, more than anything else. So let's get rid of some of these. He has the same underwear as my dwarf. Oh no, that is my dwarf. What? Well, that explains it. Oh, yeah, we don't want to sell friend. So we did give her some, we offloaded some stuff onto her. Need great sword either. She's got to get the
Lucius22 said, and playing with a controller changes the view. Interesting.
It is interesting.
Baldur Gate 3 is in my to-play list.
Definitely, I think it's like I said, I as a role player, I feel like they had a lot more potential than what they really tapped, because some of it felt like it was more power gamer, you know, oriented toward power gamers. But yeah, it's a pretty good game, I think. And I really like the
Selected
controller.
2, yes, is another point of view.
Yeah.
Selected 2 is just around the corner.
Yeah, I know, but I tried that. And I was explaining earlier, when I tried Celasta 2, my party was in sneak mode. I snuck into a cavern. I went off over this way. There was only one kobold anywhere in sight. My ranger shot an arrow at that kobold. Instant battle. One of the kobolds had initiative on my ranger. The arrows never fired. Okay? All of a sudden, all these kobolds suddenly know that they're in a battle. My party was still in sneak mode. How does that even happen? So I wrote them and I said, they need to deal with their AI, because, pardon me for saying so, but that is shit. Okay? If I fire an arrow, it should fire the arrow, and then there should be a check. Anyone who happens to be facing or nearby the kobold, to see if they notice the arrow, if they notice him being hit by the arrow, if I happen to hit. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what happened.
Exactly.
It was just instant alert, and I was just like, no. The first one was an enjoyable game. It really was. We had a big time with it. But the second one, they need to work on their AI still. And if they work on their AI, then yeah, I'm going to buy it. So he's not proficient.
Well, at least you made the report.
Yeah, I let them know, you know, what happened. I told them in detail what the situation was, what had happened, so that they could look at fixing that. She already has something. I think he does too. I don't like this view because, just a second. Okay, that does show me what he has. Okay. Gale doesn't have anything. And Shadowheart doesn't seem to have anything either. She's a light crossbow. Okay, let's take that then for her. Actually, now I'm gonna... It's just a +1? No, this is a hunting bow. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna take something. Let's take this one here. This is a +1. I'm still not sure. I think this has to do with the skulls. So maybe we'll get that. I thought we could put our skulls in there, but apparently it is otherwise conceptualized. Okay. What is she using for she has a spear. Is it a +1 spear? The Watcher's Guide. Oh, but that +1 spear has a lot better damage, doesn't it? Magic exudes feels old, terrible, and divine. The spear was given to its previous owner for his unerring loyalty even after death. I think we should get this. Just, this is scale mail 1. Ah, so now he can use that. That'd be nice. Because we gave him that update where he can wear better armor. So how are we looking? Yes, of course he's going to be unhappy with that at the moment. I wasn't actually going to propose that to the guy.
Wisebot said. 5 viewers,
Okay.
smiley face, alarm clock 2 hours 5 minutes and 20 seconds.
Let's get our game on here. So that was for him. That means let's give him that. And we want to give him the rapier.
Roman shows off his thunder wave.
Trying to see. Can he not use 2 weapons? Presumably not. Okay, fair enough. The short bow was thought for. Wait. The short bow was thought for Shadowheart, as well as the spear. I don't think we really have anything else. I should put those on. Somebody should have them on. Okay, we're gonna have to do a short rest here. Okay.
Rested enough. Now,
She feels
forward.
better. So we have a single save, as I've said.
Never get the smell of my clothes.
Do we need to tell anyone anything? I don't think so.
I always forget that you are playing one save.
What's really weird is the settings don't make it as hard as what it is. We're getting party wipes on this thing, even though the settings should not do that. So something in the single save is making it much harder. It's already hard enough, as we discussed before, Dame Croft. You know, when you can't reload and try something again, you just have to die. And then it'll reload. But this is, you saw yourself how many times we got wiped out in the, that's why Shadowheart's with us, by the way. Normally
Yes.
we leave her back at the camp. And I don't claim to be the best gamer in the world, not by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't suck that badly. No. So let's go to the swamp, because we also have the Shadow Druid quest. So we got about a half an hour left for today, and then I owe y'all a stream from yesterday. I will try to get on Friday. I meant to this week.
We were a little worried that we only saw you live.
No, it was just a really weird
Oh, don't worry.
weekend. And what happened was Tuesday morning, my big rabbit, I was hugging him. He came running to me. I picked him up, schmoozled him, and then he nipped at me, and I went, hey! And then he just leapt out of my arms, and he hit his head, and he rolled on his side. I thought he was dead.
Oh.
So, yeah, it was, oh my gosh. Picked him up, of course, you know, and oh my gosh, and I'm just panicking. So,
Yes.
he had a concussion. We got the concussion treated. Then he wasn't eating. And my son took him to our regular vet.
Yes.
Oh, that's weird. And who the father wasn't there, only the son was there, and the son is the most incompetent at diagnostics. It's horrifying. If you can't treat a rabbit if you don't know what's wrong with it. Okay, that's the bottom line. He recommended
Exactly.
an expensive clinic in Dresden, yeah. And so Lars and Elijah, because I was working from home that day, I still had to get work done. Lars and Elijah took Iain then to that expensive clinic in Dresden. They wanted 700 to 800 euro to do a CT scan of his jaw. Okay, he's 9 years old. I can't pay out that kind. I love my rabbits to pieces, but I can't pay that kind of money out.
How much
You know,
would that be? Like, for example,
like-
in dollars.
It's equivalent to dollars. The difference between euro and dollars is not significant. So, you know, imagine you're spending $700 to $800 on a rabbit who's
Oh my
supposed to
God.
only live 4 to 6 years, but is 9 years old.
Yes,
Okay,
I
and
understand.
I love him to pieces, but that's that is about
Too much. Yeah.
1/4 of what I make in a month. That's
Theo
outrageous.
655
It
said.
really is.
Hey at Cena underscore of underscore the underscore crags. Hope you're enjoying BG3 today. Laughing face /
I'm having a good time. I hope you're enjoying my stream today. As soon as I get affiliated, I can start letting people help me with decisions. So
Decisions and maybe get some donations as well. Why not?
yeah, somebody can join me in the stream, you know.
Yes.
We can play together, and then the audience can vote. We just need to cross that boundary. So we.
It would be super funny.
Yeah.
Said. I'm glad to hear it.
Thank you.
/o/.
I hadn't seen all y'all in a while, so we don't really want to go through
Theo
the front
655
door. That'd be kind of stupid.
Said. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we're real close to it too. Like I said, we're playing single save, so if we screw something up here, we're pretty much just.
Oi! Thicko! This here's off limits!
We're not even anywhere
Get to the
near
main gate,
him!
or I'll plug
Come
you
on,
full of
Sequestrador 99.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to my channel.
Okay, fair enough. Hi, welcome. So there is a way around here, I know that.
Hi, secuestrador.
There's the citadel over there. So welcome everyone. Hope you're having a great Sunday. We are getting ready to do the goblin portion. I have it in my head as a player that there is another way around here, but we may end up having to go to the front gates. This is not my evil character who attacked the druid and caused the tieflings and the druids to kill each other. We'll play her again next weekend. Loads of fun right there. Okay, so I guess we'll just go to the main gates. But anyhow, though, so with my rabbit, it turned out that he has bruised his jaw is what my elder vet was there yesterday. My son went back to see him. And we had gotten an x-ray done from my alternate vet in between. I don't see any other way.
Theo 655
It's
said,
just like human
do
doctor.
you have any tips on the radial menus
you
organization
find one
/
that has,
customization?
I'm
loving to play it on controller, but that aspect of it is still
confusing.
confusing to me. Laughing face. Theo 655
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
said,
so just a second,
oh no,
let me,
poor rabbit. Sad
yeah,
face.
He's my sweetheart. Right now I got myself one of those, not a blender per se, but sort of like a blender. It cuts all his food up and dices it up, you know, so he can still eat. So here, when you do this one, okay, imagine that the controller this is the right trigger, okay? If I do the right trigger, I come to the main menu, where I can do the map, the waypoints, the alchemy, character sheet, spell book. This will be your psionics with the little worms later. This is your journal. So this is where this is kind of a main menu. This, if you do either one of the bumpers, you go into the combat menu in essence. What it is this is equivalent to what you see down below on that bar when you're playing with the keyboard or the mouse. Okay? So we go in here and it gives us the choice of our spells first. Okay? After that, it gives us the choice of our actions. Then we have our items that we can use, usable items. And you can set that up in the options, you know, probably it's the same with the keyboard and mouse, that what gets added to these menus. With the other one, it's the same, just in the opposite direction.
Theo 655
Depends on what you like.
said, yeah, the combat menus, I always have difficulty organizing it XD.
Yeah, but you don't have to do anything.
Theo 655 said, it gets messy pretty quickly, haha.
Or do you mean this one here? Because this one does get kind of messy. You can turn off the auto add for various types of things though in the options, and that can help. I don't usually end up on this end of it. But this one is something you don't have to organize. But you're right. This one right here can get overwhelming, which is why I always use the right bumper first, so that I come to my spells. That's what I use the most frequently. This looks like
Theo 655 said, ha ha ha, laughing face.
Ow, 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 ow. This is gonna hurt. But we're gonna do it anyhow. of Faith was still active? Seriously? Come on, people. Come on, people. I've never done this before. That's one thing I love about playing this game, is each time I play it, I do it differently. Come on, everybody. Hallosha.
Eager for
Hey.
battle.
Ugh. Nay. Because then he comes back and joins her. That's the problem. Come on, guys. I hate this. I don't want to have to go through every single person.
Where am I needed?
Ow, ow. Okay, so we're going to do this a little bit differently then. We're going to go here. We're going to split her from the group. That way everyone won't come and follow her. That is a design flaw here in my opinion. Wunderbar, darling, I'm fabelhaft. So let's take him then, split him. This is so tedious just to jump down.
I'm sure.
They're supposed to jump afterward, but they don't always. That's just kind of the reality of it. Oh, I think that was his kneecap. Anyone else have those too? It's kind of annoying.
Can't afford to stay idle.
So we've only got one left. We do have the party thingy on. Like I said, we have the single save on, and somehow it made the difficulty level harder than what it actually is set at, which is just really weird. So I think she is the only one who's left.
Still alive.
Yep.
So that's progress.
Just a second, before you go, open that. Okay, I don't think that'll do anything. Let's get her down here, then we'll do a... we'll group them all again. Hello, Sha. Okay, we'll do our short rest.
Lovely little pick-me-up.
Lovely little pick-me-up. Single save, so it doesn't matter how we save it. The only way to open a save is to die.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
So let's see. I think we're still back at the main gate, aren't we? I don't know. Well, let's try. It's not like we've lost anything, right? Do they have to be so noisy?
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Still breathing, despite everything.
So let's have her. She failed her perception. I don't like knowing that she failed her perception. I don't want to know that. It ruins my immersion, and I actually have it turned off. Like I said, when I turned on the single save, it just did what it wanted to with the difficulty level. Which is quite interesting. These look like webs, don't they? Gale, darling, sweetheart.
Full desire.
You have the right boots on. Everyone's gonna get stuck, except Gale. Nope. Traps. Get out here! Oh, Lazella's smart. Okay. Dude, you're not dying. It's okay. Let's camp. I mean, that's already a thing you can.
All's well that ends.
Pretty much whenever
Not
you
as
want to.
bad as it could have.
Yeah, except you know what? We didn't go and give him love, did we? Get over here, Bunch. My golden boy. He looks more. His hair looks more red than I wanted. I really was going for gold, but there was nothing terribly fitting. So this is our Priest of Lathander, by the way. The Morning Lord.
He's a boy. Good boy.
Yeah, who's a good boy? It was really traumatizing seeing him running around in his undershorts. I accidentally sold his clothes one time, guys, was the problem. And big burly dwarf. And I think it was during one of the interactions with Gale. It was really disturbing. It was hilarious, actually. Let's be honest. Okay, so there's 27. And 3 is 12. Oh, we'll go down here and grab one of these with the fish head. Cool. We did stake by the way, because our god does not allow us to hang around with undead, but I think the skeleton is a kind of an exceptional situation. Although, I guess we might could have attacked him too, couldn't we? I've never done that. I wonder if our Priestess of Talos would like to try that. She'll do a lot of stuff our other people won't do. Goblin Camp, okay. That's the front gate, but I think there's people back here too, if I recall correctly. I've never come through that side. Whoa, 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 no! Whoa. Stop. Stop means stop. It means go no further. Do you remember those rolls we were getting with the chaotic evil Priestess of Talos?
Mm-hmm.
We were getting hammered into the ground, weren't we? Is that a no on the disarming? There we go. Ooh. Oh, we basically have to have it on. Okay. Fair enough. So now what we need to see, watch, is we need to go back here and see. Is that the kind of hole we should be jumping into? What do y'all think? The bad thing is this is a single save game. Which means if we jump down there, then we better die. I don't think we can jump in there anyhow. Yeah, it's not going to let us. Okay. It doesn't let us do, you know, anything too terribly stupid. Thankfully.
Maybe someone that can fly.
Crap. Be cautious.
Ah! Yeah. But maybe if you did do a fly spell, it would let you. But if there's nothing down there, there's nothing down there, right? I don't need one of those, thank you. Don't need those either. Ah, yes.
Direct me.
Gladly, darling. Darling, sweetheart. So let's split you from the rest of the party.
You've got the wrong man for this.
Yeah, don't cheat.
On it.
And now we're going into battle with them, right? Yep. Naja, so wie es ist. So who's up first? Will. Regroup everyone. Oh, I guess he can go then, right?
Back this.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, we didn't even hit him, did we? Bugger. Bugger, bugger, bugger. Okay, so who's up now?
What now?
That goes one of them down. We do not want him to reach his target, so we're going to have to do something with him. Crud. We're not going to be able to do it with her, are we? I hope, because he might alert everyone else.
This is my time.
I think we have no chance to stop him, right?
Making my move.
He doesn't have magic missile. Actually, for him, you probably need, to be more in character, you probably need fire for him, right? Yeah. They're not going to let us do that.
Wisebot said.
Okay.
6 viewers, +1, alarm clock 2 hours 25 minutes and 37 seconds.
It didn't kill him?
Victory awaits.
Doggone it. We're just not going to be able to do anything about that other guy, and that kind of sucks. Hold it. Still might be too far. It's not. The Gith goes for it. Okay.
No
let's
time
just
to
have her
waste.
move over here. Ah. Oh, I thought he was going to go get help. Okay, that's for
Sometimes the only way out is through.
So, let's get our dwarf on this. And for those of you who don't know, I'm playing with the controller, which I really do feel is a better experience. It is really. I have more of my screen. And I can get right down there better than I can with keyboard and mouse, I think. I was trying to play with the keyboard and mouse the other day when my controller died. 65.
Let my enemies fall.
Okay, Dark One's Blessing? Really? What?
That was fast.
That was weird. Well, we were getting ourselves hammered into the wall the other day, remember? That's why we had Shadowheart in the party. And anyhow, this battle coming up with the goblins is going to be really, really wicked. There is a way into the complex back here. If we can keep from getting ourselves caught. This is single save, so we can't reload if we screw things up. Stone of Good Luck. Fortunate Fumble. Even when you stumble, luck seems to be on your side. Okay. Let's go back here, guys. Come. Hop. So, how does one utilize the stone? It's an amulet. He doesn't have an amulet. Excellent. Excellent. So, ooh, food. Up. That's not going to be helpful. Like I said, single save, doesn't matter how we save. Because we only have one save anyhow. They mean that quite literally. Here it comes.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others,
I have
only
not.
infinitely stronger, and turned against you. Your vision
Bad dialogue
clouds,
choices.
leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape.
Or bad dialogue.
Nothingness in every direction. Then there are 3 figures before you. An armored male elf, exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the prison, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
So my guy has not used the power at all. Because he doesn't trust it.
You feel energy pulsing from the artifact, lifting the pain from you, pushing the voice away.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
And I don't think Gorbash, or I think that's his name, I don't think he's handsome at all. He's, in fact, quite butt ugly.
Don't give me that look. I don't know what just happened any more than you do. We should keep going.
The voice is gone.
Give me the power
Muted by this Gith relic. Why does a half-elf carry it?
That seems a reasonable question. So, you've got some explaining to do first. What is that thing you have? The vision of that voice, what was it? That power, is that what happens to others when we use the parasite on them? We haven't used it. So that would be if we were to use it. Seems that trinket's important. Keep it close. So what's up with that thing?
Not exactly. All I know is it's important I get it back to Baldur's Gate. At any cost.
Okay, there must be more to it. I need you to level with me.
I am a servant of Shah. My home is a secret cloister in Baldur's Gate. I need to bring that artifact back there. No matter what. I can't tell you anymore.
I know.
This mission required utmost
We want to try
secrecy.
to turn her to the light.
We all submitted to having our memories suppressed so that we couldn't betray Shah's confidence. If I reach my contact in the city, I'll have my memories restored. Until then, I have to guard the artifact with my life. There. You have the truth, for all it's worth.
She's a servant of the Dark Goddess. I'm not sure.
You worship Shah.
Bother
Blimey.
my priest
She and my beloved Mistra are not exactly friends.
to go through her dead body to get it. But he's not. He has no reason to.
Yes.
You've been lying to me. How long were you going to keep this secret? I don't care who you worship. No, I do, actually. I didn't agree to join up with a Shar worshipper. Oh, this is going to get kind of rough, isn't it? But that would be his take on it.
Then it's your own fault for not asking.
I did ask. Okay, let's just say in the future I expect you to be more honest. Let's leave it at that for now.
Gladly.
We need each other. My grandmother used to say I'd cut off my nose just to spite my face, so I have to be careful not to play my characters that way. Do you know what that means? You'd cut off your nose just to make your face angry. That's what that means.
Oh.
I don't always think about how. Oh, bunch of rotten food. That's fair enough. It's been buried in the ground, right? It means
My
that
grandma
I will do.
always used to.
Yeah.
My grandma always used to tell me, don't make that face. You are going to stay like that forever.
My other grandmother used to say that to me too. If you keep, because she was right. I have all these little lines here. If you keep making that face, it'll stick like that.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a no. We don't want to go into the next section. I was thinking there was a secret entrance back here, and I still think there is. I didn't mean to go up that far. Bugger me. Like I said, so we don't have that one goblin gal. We didn't have any reason to intervene when she got killed. Wasn't it we wanted her killed? We just didn't see a reason to intervene. There's a secret passage back here somewhere. But I'm not smart enough to find it, so there it is. full for this evening. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with the goblins head on. Bugger me. In one of my games, someone told me about a side entrance, and they didn't write it in my journal. I was kind of irritated about that. Went to look for it later. It wasn't there. No. So let's just go. Oh, okay. Well, if you're just gonna let me through, then that's fine too. What? I don't even know.
A good deal about our condition, Gale.
Everything, really. Not to put too fine a point on it.
A humble specimen, aren't you?
Hey,
On occasion.
this smart man, learned, capable.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard.
Our friend the dragon chaser.
Ah,
This is weird. We
a
just were able to
stranger in
waltz
our
right in.
fair camp.
Isn't that strange?
Gale, recoil if you must.
Hi.
A new age is dawning with goblins and trust.
Oh no, that's Bolo, right?
Great mortals, all kindred.
Oh no.
Reckoning souls are coming, their lounders awake.
Oh no.
With fragulous crown and with scepter abraid, draw Ragslin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filfenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had let you collide.
He's making up words, isn't he?
I reckon draw Ragslin's the gobbo in charge, the way this one's carrying on.
Okay, so, let's give him our rapt attention.
You, move on! Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I?
Wait a tick. That a friend of yours?
Yes.
Certainly not.
What?
What are you doing?
How rude.
I'm busy here.
You lying.
Yes,
To
he is.
you?
No.
Never. Come, let's continue our ballad.
Well, friend is not.
Draw
That's
Ragslin,
exaggerated.
draw Ragslin, I am draw Ragslin, Tumptuous, draw Ragslin,
You broke him.
Wait, draw Ragslin, we pray, we...
Come on, pigeon. Back to your cage.
Now look what you've done.
Wings.
Reckon it can fly?
My name's Grim, idiot.
So there is a dwarf here. We're not gonna taste him with this character. Okay, so
The dead gods only know where these roaches
we would be
stole
disinclined to get a tattoo on us as well.
Find it in one piece.
This ruin must have been dedicated to her. And now it's a nest for some.
They just let us in. They're just like letting everyone into this place now.
Nice.
So much
Oh.
fun that those thieves almost got past.
How things
Goblins
change.
aren't known for their cleanliness, but
Weird, isn't
by
it?
Mistress Mantle, this place is
Yeah.
rotten. The fewer breaths we take here, the better.
Maybe it's a class thing.
I don't know. Because I have actually played my Priestess of Talos this far, and they didn't just let her waltz right in. She's evil, so. I played my druid. They didn't let her waltz. I think it might be because we went around
Yes.
the main gate. Maybe we missed the trigger point or something. Remember they came.
It could be. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking we might have missed the trigger. Okay, so he doesn't look like he's doing too well. That's why I stopped to talk to him. Okay, I think I have a magical artifact.
That
you'd
is
be interested
most
in.
gratifying to hear. May I?
Okay. So, was one we didn't want, we can give them that. I need to see which one it was, however. This one.
Thank you.
Zum Beispiel, for example.
I always wonder, like, it has something to do if you give him an artifact that is too powerful.
That hit the
They
spot.
don't seem to have
Maybe
that in the
he
game.
lasts longer.
The magic, it's
Yeah,
like
they
a
don't
lullaby
I
that
don't
sings to
know,
sleep
that
the
could
demon
be.
inside. A
I'd have to
metaphorical
play
demon,
test to see
I
how
haste to point
long
out, but no
each
less
artifact
dangerous.
holds.
And no less bound to wake up again
Yes.
to
Good
continue its
question.
ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters.
Okay, so I'm glad you feel better. Your condition sounds unpleasant to say the least.
Oh, it's not so bad once you get used to
don't
it.
mind. We don't
And,
need that
on the
artifact.
plus side, my tower in Waterdeep has never been so free of clutter. Sincerely, though, I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told.
We just hope he's not evil. We know that he's not, but my character doesn't know he's not, so. Okay, so. Let's just don't mention
My
I was
lord,
glad I could help.
I bow
We're
to
neutral
your
good.
boundless
so,
kindness.
It's like, no,
So much fun that those thieves almost got past.
We got him now, eh?
Oi! Ain't no party in here. We're doing the Absolute's work. State your business. Now.
As the
I
symbol
came to kill all
glows,
of you.
power courses through you.
Mistake, of course.
Authority.
Okay, he doesn't do deception very well or intimidation. None of these are good choice. Why is it that I play an evil character? These are good evil choices. These are not good choices for a good character. Because he wouldn't do deception, he wouldn't do intimidation. He could probe her thoughts, but I don't know that that's going to be to any avail. And we would be using the little critter. But I don't know if he knows that. We'll see. Oh, gosh. Critical fail.
Oh no, no.
Suck.
Oi! Only the Absolute
No.
herself gets to do that.
Ouch.
Oh, and there we go. Screwed, blue, and tattooed, as they say in English, so.
Everything was going good until it wasn't.
Yeah, until I roll a 1. Wow, I say. Oh. So now again, we need to spread out here.
Swift as my feet can carry
We
me.
stay in one group. We're easy target for.
I am death.
So bombs and things like that. I don't mean bombs. Bombs. Okay, I'm weird, I know it. So.
No, you're not alone.
Thankfully. So let's see. She has 6 left. How many do you have all told? 15. 7. That looks promising. And 7. So let's just wipe one of these out. See him up above on the balcony? I could bonk someone if I were close enough, but I'm not.
Another fight. Let's go.
Let's go! Hey. Trade. That sounds promising. well, we'll give it a go.
This is my time.
In essence, it accomplished nothing.
Yes.
Nope, that's not going to help us. I'm sorry, what? Do you have a... Well, let's just do this. See if that
How
helps.
long does the circle of days last?
Oh, that's a good question. It is a really nice spell, I have to say. It says 10 turns,
Yes,
which is quite a long
but
time.
sometimes
it doesn't. It's
it
not really
lasts
worth it for one
so
person.
long.
Yeah, but I mean, for one person, it's like, yeah, you know. Oh, you know
Yes.
what? I didn't think about the drum. Shit. Yes, come and hit me. We need to destroy that drum. So they can't call help. But yeah, you're right. I mean, and if it's a hard enough, like if the creature has enough hit die, then that can be very worthwhile, without question. Here, let's put one here, and oh, target's out of sight. Okay, that's not out of sight. What? Huh? Oh, I see. Okay. I thought it was show me the spear. Shatter's also a good one, you know, to get a group, but you don't want to get your own people caught in it.
Yes.
You know what would be better at this point, really? Good old-fashioned magic missile. There and up there. Okay, so this is our spiritual weapon. Excellent. We'll just let them take care of it. Weapon is such a cheat, but like I said, we saw how we got our butts wiped in a couple of different fights.
So Luna, as if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't
I never
bad enough.
used it.
Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
Normally, you only get one at a time, so I'm not sure what's on here that's giving me two at a time, and that's why I'm not having both priests do it, because that would be total overkill. If I did it normally, each one could cast one weapon, and that would already give me two. So,
Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
This was a temple to Saloon. Seems to be perpetually almost encumbered. Hold it. Something's going on here. What's going on here? That's meant for Gale, not for him. Oh yeah, we want to give that one to Gale as well. Need to get him down. He's got too many books. These actually should all be on the wizard. Hold it. So that we know how many we have, and then we can sell them. The extras. Those are unique books. Right. I don't know how we ended up with a burnt book. That's weird. Okay. trying to get some of the weight off of him here. He should have unique items, but not the kind that we find all over the place. Still. He still seems to be quite encumbered, doesn't he? Why do we have so many shovels? Anybody? Seems kind of weird. Okay, so that's better. At least we can get going. Everybody has to follow me up. We don't need everything that's not nailed down. Get out of the way! Get out of the way. Out of the way. What can't I do right now? What do you mean? Not doing anything. Nope. Like I said, we don't need everything that's not nailed down. We really don't. Ooh, mushroom. Dragon egg mushroom. Yep. We don't find those very often. Oh yeah, like we're gonna fit in that.
I'm way too big.
You're way too girthy. He's got too much girth. He's a very broad feller. Okay, so let's see what comes next. He's disinclined to get a tattoo. Just saying. Oh, I think we should have our Priestess of Talos get a tattoo. I haven't done that yet.
Do you feel her inside you?
Smells like burnt flesh.
Have y'all ever done this?
That's because
Once the goblin's decorations are an
You
improvement.
need a lot of luck. You need a lot of luck and you need a human. By the way. And I think. That pretty much sums
Are
it
you
up.
ready for the absolute mark on your flesh?
Yeah. And then I'll hear her voice.
You're too feeble. Her voice is a blade. It'll cut your brain to bits.
We have to kill all these bosses. We're gonna so die.
Do you think so?
Oh, yes. I am not optimistic about this.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
A priestess. One of the leaders, no doubt about it. Let's make her squeal.
Ooh.
What's that? Tell your friend to keep quiet, or he'll lose his good eye.
Will? That was rather wicked. Okay, so...
Ready for the fire, are ya?
Okay, I assume this mark has a purpose?
Shows our devotion to the Absolute. These maggots see how strong we are with her guidance. Whole camp will be branded soon.
Priestess
and
is
you
kinda cool.
should be too. You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting.
I'm too good for this.
Maybe you don't need it. After all, you're special, ain't ya? Like me.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the Goblin Priestess, receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the Goblin Priestess in the temple once again.
Although I have a mod that is supposed to give him make him better looking than what he actually is.
Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy.
Gale.
Her tadpole nestles within that mania,
Hungry for
secure,
knowledge.
hidden.
I feel you in there. Digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
What shadows? Now she has one of those critters too. Although this next scene is
With
so
the
much fun,
Absolute's will,
if you get the
I
right
can
roles.
fix anything. Let's deal with this in my chapel. It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
Oi, Priestess! Speak to them and they think it's a new god.
Yeah.
But don't forget, I mean, if we strip our roles, and that's when we're basically, we want to be good at get a kiss, you know? It's a single save game.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
Oh no! So, let's see if we can get it to work in just one go. Or if we're all gonna die. Yeah, we'll die anyhow, so we'll see.
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting. Ready to clear your head.
What exactly are you
Whatever
gonna
the
do?
Absolute tells me to. Don't worry, she loves you. I can tell.
Everybody loves a piece Gale.
Smart. All you need to do is open yourself to the Absolute. And I'll do the rest. Don't want anyone peeping on private matters. So
she locks the chain.
There we
he
go.
just let himself
Secret
get locked in
and
with
safe.
a Goblin Priestess.
Secret?
Psionic
Not very
feelers
wise.
creep across your mind
He's
like a
just
pickpocket's fingers seeking flaws in fabric.
Okay, allow her to
Sifting
rubbish through.
deeper, she sees the mind flayer holding a wriggling tadpole to your eye. And then the vision lurches.
She's got
and
one
you are
too.
looking through her eyes as a tadpole squirms into her skull.
Helps! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain.
Well, luckily you don't have any important parts of your brain. You're safe. Pretty sure one of those parasites is scrolling
No.
in your head too.
It's messing with your brain. You're seeing things, probably hearing voices too, yeah?
I still have my senses. Okay, let's tell her to get it
Don't
out of
you
us, otherwise
worry.
it won't be any
I've
fun.
got everything I need to fix you. Might get a bit messy though.
She's into bondage, by the way. Just a spoiler for people out there. These games have a lot of bondage in them. What exactly
It
does your
involves
plan
you
involve?
putting your trust in the Absolute. Simple.
Okay,
You won't regret this.
Yeah, I'm
Being a
pretty sure I
true
will.
soul, you know the Absolute don't like to touch nothing unclean. So
I have
drink
faith?
this. It'll purify ya.
You recognize telltale flecks of werejackal blood. It's a potion of sleep.
We're gonna drink it anyhow. I think it was Celestine kept saying that quite frequently too. Oh, they're into bondage again. I have done this successfully,
Sweet
but once
dreams.
where I could reload and
I'll
I
see
can't
your
reload.
ugly mug on the other side.
Hey! Don't be rude. My
Wakey,
poor screen
wakey.
is not working well today.
Don't bother struggling. You ain't going nowhere. The Absolute wants to know all about that critter in your head. So start talking.
I was abducted, a mind flayer infected me with this thing. You're out of luck. I don't know any more about it than you do, or I'll make you pay for this goblin.
I
Let's
know
go for
that
number one.
much.
The truth
I saw
tends to
the whole
disarm people.
horrible story in your memories. And I know what happens next. Your teeth fall out. Your skin rips off,
What are my other
and
people
you
doing?
turn into one of them.
You're infected. The same thing will happen to you. She doesn't believe us, though. Well, we don't have any control over it.
Lies! I'm stronger than ever, and I've got the absolute on my side. But you're on your own. Nothing more than a skin suit for that monster inside you. You're gonna be my new pet. A ferocious squiddy. All for myself.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points.
We want to preserve our strength. Trust me.
Open your papers, freak. It's time. You
Still wonder what all my
should
other
be
people are doing.
sprouting tentacles by now. But you're still the same kind of ugly you always was.
I guess it would be ugly.
Disappointing not to have my own squiddy. But your giblets will make for a tasty supper.
So there's one boss down.
Sorry. I may have left that a little late. No lasting damage, I hope?
No worries, darling. Could you get me out of these chains? Ooh. Also a mage.
Done. And before you thank me, save your breath. You'll meet my master soon, and have a chance to show your gratitude. In the
We
meantime,
haven't met Raphael
try
at
not to
all
get yourself killed.
in either game.
I won't always be watching.
Right?
Coffeefs. Welcome to my channel.
Hi, welcome. So we've just gotten rid of one of the head goblins without too much bloodshed, actually. A rancid note. That Slaughter Chops druid who was nosing around ain't just some tomb robbing adventurer type, calls himself Halson. Ugly name for an ugly bastard. I had a little word or two with him before the lashers put his hairy ass in the pens. Said he thinks there's something rotten inside us, inside me. Reckons he can help get rid of the rot. I told him we don't need no help from nobody. Never did. And especially not now the Absolute's taking a shining to us. I says there'll be something rotten inside him soon enough. There's a lot of rancid meat down in the pens, and when we cut him open, I'll make sure he stays alive long enough for the maggots to make a nest out of him. Well, she was a rather unpleasant type, wasn't she? So, as I've said, one down. Relatively easy. Basic poison. And a scroll of hold person. Well, that would be quite useful. So I vote that we get Gale out of here and rejoin our party before anything naughty happens to him. Sorry about my screen, but the light is fading here and it changes the whole configuration of everything. So oh yes, we're in her chambers with the door locked. Luckily, we have a key. I don't know, is this probably gonna, if I do this, it'll probably trigger a battle, but I thought maybe I could get rid of them before we have to fight them. No, yeah. So be assist. If I recall correctly, and it's been a little while since I've done this, I don't think there's anything of interest here. anything of interest was on her corpse. So, one down, as I've said. 2 to go. I thought there were more roles involved, you know? I obviously have not remembered correctly.
Sharp as ever.
That helped.
That the jingle of coin I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today, so I'm feeling generous.
You recognize the crest she bears, the winged serpent of the Zhentarim.
Merchant people. You're no normal trader, are you? You're part of the Black Network.
Half right, Sharp Eyes. A Zen is a normal trader. Just a matter of what's for sale. Weapons and other exotic goods, true enough. But most of all, we offer discretion. No judgment, no right and wrong, just good deals and bad.
As long
That
as they're
problem
not keeping
for you?
notes to blackmail you, that's fine. Okay, let's see your wares. What you got, darling? So, let's see, you've got here. Whoa. No, he's not. Honey, can you go ahead and put a pizza in? I'll be finished soon.
I've already got one on the way.
Okay. She's proficient. Yes, please. How much is that gonna cost me? That's okay. Let's turn that off for a second, just so we can... It's kind of hard to look at the wares when you have that message constantly. But then again, it's hard to see what you're looking at without it. Okay. And I am just using the trigger to scroll through our people. Yes, please. Someone had a light crossbow. He does. I can get him a magic one. Cool. Oh. Just a second. This is 1d6 plus 1d6. Bludgeoning. Halusha. This one is 1d8, 1d8, yeah. So we'd rather have that one. It's a better one. She has a spear and this is a staff. Can we afford this? We can if we sell some stuff. This would be a nice one for her. Wow, she's got some great shit. Don't know if we can afford the potions of healing. Let's see what we have going down here when we start selling some of our stuff. Not sure what that is. Okay. Go back to Will. He's the one who has the best charisma, which is why we're allowing him to sell stuff. We do have our lovely picture collection we should leave at camp. That was the other thing he had. Hello, Sha. Where am I? Really? Wow, that's a bunch of junk. It is. It's just junk. Seriously? We don't have anything better than that? That's what we're going with here? Fear we're going to have to put something back. We don't want to be selling that kind of thing. You never know when you're going to need it. Robe of the Arcane Duelist. I wanted him to have that actually. Don't we have some patterned armor that Will used to wear that we can sell? Now what we have is we need to sell this because we need to remember to dress Shadowheart. Not sure if we're going to need those or not. We don't want to sell everything. We won't have anything left for Gale later. I feel like we should have had more than this. Of course, we can sell that. Bugger me. So what we should be able to sell is also make sure we've sold Shadowheart's weapon. Oh yes, she has two. Spear +1. We can sell the other one as an older one. We don't want to sell that. Wow, this sucks. Topaz aren't worth that much anyhow. Certainly not what I was thinking. So Gale has scrolls. Let's see what we don't need here. Featherfall, those are ones that you might actually use more than one of. Okay, what do we have? Moondrop pendant. That was one I wanted to actually save to give Gale later to satiate his hunger. And I guess we'll just have to sell some of our poisons. We don't really use them anyhow. Like I said, I wasn't optimistic about being able to get the healing potions, but there it is. What do you have? Those are ones we should already have. Might want to use that later. I can think of at least one instance where we will want to use that. Trying to find these things. Bardic inspiration. I'm probably not going to need that. Let's be honest. Staff of the unyielding tree. Don't need that either. So we're 200 short. Time for some tough decisions. I have never been able to do anything with that either. I don't know if anyone else has had any more luck than me. Amulet of Lost Voices can be fun. This oil is about as useful on your journey as a false nose to a clown protest group. Good. I'm assuming they're saying it's not going to be very useful. Just keep his clothes as a trophy here. to get this up to the point where we can actually afford what we want to buy here. We're very close now, so this should be, come on people, we can do this. No, not friend, we don't want to sell friend. Do we have 2 paintings of the same thing? Nope. What about the water? We'll find more water. We don't want to sell that. What are you? Light bulb? Really? Not worth much, is it? Ugh. Leute, komm doch. Let's sell that one. Okay. Phew.
Pleasure.
Good gad. Pleasure's all mine, darling, let me tell you. So, that axe is going to Lizelle. The light crossbow was for Shadowheart, right? That was definitely for Shadowheart. That was for Gale. This was for our main character, Lathander, and who was this one for? He doesn't have a ranged weapon, does he? I guess we'll give him that. Forgot that he doesn't have one. Okay, so Lizelle needs to change weapons here. Which means we could have sold that one. Bugger me. Okay. Gale has a new staff. Also, I was thinking about the Poisoner's Robe for him. Send that to Will then. Probably got the crossbow for him, but that's okay.
Divine Demon Dragon said,
So,
he has Eldritch Blast. Most say that's enough.
yeah, it is a really good attack, but I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll swap those around. That's a good point. Let's give him then this crossbow, and then let's have Gale take the other crossbow, the magical crossbow. That's an excellent point.
What's next?
Did we? Oop. At least we remembered to dress her and we didn't sell her stuff. Remember when we did that last time with the dwarf? It was like,
Defender
what?
of the people.
Okay, so we have some stuff that we can sell still. Let's sell some. Is she gone? That was a one-time offer? Oh, there she is. She's so altitudinally challenged.
Need something else?
Don't know what that sound was. Okay. So we're almost done. I think we're going to stop after this. And we'll take up here again next week. Like I said, we will play our evil Priestess of Talos one day. And then we will play our neutral good. This offsets them a little bit. Well, maybe not, because the Druid Grove. Oh, that's where we were going. We were going to head down and do the Shadow Druid thing. Y'all need to remind me. Because, you know, my mind just doesn't work the way it should. I am easily distracted. Wow. Just out of curiosity, is it really the case that nobody else needs these? She doesn't? Okay. Shadow Jerkin? Yeah, no. So it is indeed the case that no one else needs these. Then we will sell them. We don't get very much money back out of it, do we? almost just gave her this stuff.
Pleasure.
Which is why we're going to stop here. So, but as I've shown you,
Right.
that's one way you can get rid of one of the leaders without having to actually fight them. Remember that? So let's save. Oh, and we will call it a day. It was a good stream. It was like almost 3.5 hours.
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you, Dame Croft. I really appreciate your support. And you see, I'm losing the light. My green screen is bleeding through. Thank you so much. I hope to see everyone. As I said, I will try to stream Friday, but I will definitely stream next Saturday. And I will see you all then. Y'all take care until then. Stay healthy.
All right.
Stay safe. Okay? Okay. So, this here. And we'll see y'all when I see you.
Dame Croft said. 3. Lycius 22 said. Bye bye, have a nice week. Cena _of_ the _ Crags said. You, too.